The observation deck of the Galactic Council's research vessel hummed with anticipation as Dr. Zelnara adjusted her translation matrix for the third time. Around her, representatives from 17 different species crowded against the transparent aluminum viewing port, their various appendages, tentacles, and sensory organs quivering with scientific curiosity. "There it is," whispered Professor Cornath, his four eyes widening in unison. "The human Dreadnought." The vessel hung in space like a nightmare carved from darkness itself. 3 kilometers of angular brutality, bristling with weapons systems that seemed to violate several fundamental laws of physics. The humans called it the inevitable consequence, and it had single-handedly ended the Crithian incursion in 47 minutes. "I still don't understand why they agreed to let us aboard," murmured Dr. Zelnara, her scales shifting to an anxious purple. "Humans are notoriously protective of their military technology." Ambassador Vreen, the Council's diplomatic liaison, fluttered his wing membranes confidently. "They want to join the galactic community. This is their gesture of good faith, allowing our scientists to inspect their most powerful warship. It proves they're not a threat." Dr. Zelnara wasn't so sure. She'd studied human history extensively, and good faith wasn't a phrase that appeared often in their military archives. The docking procedure took 20 minutes, during which the human crew transmitted exactly 0 communications. No welcome message, no safety briefing, just cold, efficient guidance through their airlock systems. When the research team finally stepped aboard the inevitable consequence, they were met by a single human officer. Commander Sarah Chen stood barely 1.7 meters tall, which made her shorter than most of the galactic delegation. Her uniform was immaculate, her expression unreadable, and her eyes held something that made Dr. Zelnara's survival instincts scream warnings. "Welcome aboard," Chen said, her voice flat. "Please follow me. Touch nothing. Ask before you scan anything. Straying from the designated path will result in immediate termination of the tour." The way she emphasized termination made several researchers shuffle nervously. They began in what Chen called the recreational deck, a massive space where off-duty crew could exercise, socialize, or engage in various activities. Professor Cornath immediately noticed the anomaly. "Commander, why does your recreational area have reinforced bulkheads rated for explosive decompression? And are those weapon lockers?" Chen smiled, though it didn't reach her eyes. "Yes." Next section. The engineering deck was worse. Dr. Zelnara's scanning equipment detected power readings that should have been impossible. The reactor core wasn't just fusion-based, it was something else entirely, something that made her instruments malfunction and display error messages in languages that shouldn't exist. "What is powering this vessel?" she asked, unable to contain her scientific curiosity. "Classified," Chen replied. "But if you're asking because your scanners are acting strange, that's normal. The core tends to do that. Side effect of weaponizing causality violations." The delegation stopped walking. Ambassador Vreen's translator matrix actually sparked. "Weaponizing, what?" he stammered. Chen gestured to a viewport showing the massive reactor. "We found that if you fold spacetime in specific ways, you can make cause and effect negotiable. It's very energy intensive, which is why we need the reactor you see here. The weapon systems that use it are, well, you saw what happened to the Crithian fleet." "That's impossible," protested Professor Cornath. "The Crithians had 3,000 warships. They vanished in under an hour. No debris, no energy signatures, just gone." "Not gone," Chen corrected. "They never arrived. We made their departure from their home system retrocausally dependent on their aggression against Earth. When they attacked us, they retroactively failed to leave their home ports. From our perspective, they vanished. From their perspective, their mission orders were suddenly cancelled 7 months ago and they never left home." The silence that followed was profound and deeply uncomfortable. Dr. Zelnara felt her survival instincts evolve in real time. "Commander Chen, why exactly did humanity agree to this inspection?" For the first time, Chen's smile seemed genuine. "Because Ambassador Vreen is correct, we do want to join the galactic community. But we wanted to make sure everyone understood the terms. You've spent 3 hours on this ship. You've seen perhaps 5% of its capabilities. You've met one crew member out of 3,000. And I've been instructed to inform you that the inevitable consequence is neither our largest nor our most advanced dreadnought. She paused, letting that sink in. Humanity has been fighting itself for 10,000 years. We've gotten very, very good at it. Now we'd like to stop. We'd like to join you, share our culture, our art, our science. We can be wonderful friends and allies. Her expression hardened. But after the Crithian incursion, we wanted to make absolutely certain that everyone understood what we'd be like as enemies. Ambassador Vreen's feathers had gone completely flat against his body. This was a threat. No, Chen said softly. This was an orientation. The Galactic Council has existed for 50,000 years without needing significant military capability because nobody was crazy enough to threaten you. We're now that crazy. We're your new defense fleet, whether you like it or not. Because if anyone is stupid enough to attack the Galactic Council now, they're attacking us. And we've just demonstrated what happens then. She gestured toward the airlock. Your inspection is complete. Please return to your vessel. An ambassador? Tell the Council that humanity votes yes on every single peaceful resolution they propose. Economic cooperation? Yes. Cultural exchange programs? Yes. Joint scientific research? Absolutely yes. We're going to be the friendliest, most cooperative species you've ever encountered. And if someone votes no? Dr. Zelnara asked, already knowing the answer. Commander Chen's smile could have cut steel. Then they can discuss their concerns with the inevitable consequence. We find that most disagreements look very different from inside a causality weapons engagement range. As the research vessel undocked and began its journey back to Council space, Dr. Zelnara stared at her scan data. Humanity had just performed the most sophisticated diplomatic maneuver in galactic history, volunteering as the Council's military while simultaneously ensuring nobody would ever dare challenge them. Bad idea, she muttered, echoing the thought that had occurred to her the moment they'd boarded. Inspecting a human dreadnought was a very bad idea. Ambassador Vreen, overhearing her, could only nod in agreement. But as he began composing his report to the Council, he couldn't help but feel a strange sense of relief. The galaxy had just become much more dangerous for anyone considering violence. And much, much safer for everyone else.